We love living local. We are Scott and Kelly Greats, third generation Central New Yorkers who live, work, and play right here in the heart of New York.
The mission of this podcast is to shine a spotlight on the people, places, and events that make our community an amazing place to live.
We don't run ads. We don't talk politics. Our only ask is that you help us spread the love that we have for this community by sharing these episodes with your neighbors.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
All right, weekly recap. A little different vibe to it this week. My wife left me on Friday.
I didn't. I just
She
went
came-
away for a little while.
She came back.
Yeah, I'm
Came
back.
Literally landed back home about an hour ago.
Yep.
So no prep here. We're just gonna rapid fire what we did. A lot of it separate, a couple things together, but I'll let you kick off with a strange carpet request.
Yeah. So Scott and I have been recording from the kitchen, from a home office that we have, trying to plan recording between the kids being home and hoping the dog doesn't bark and everything else. So we decided that we need a recording studio. And we have a space at Scott's office in Ilion. There's a back room there that was just a collect all. And so he gave me the task of going to get carpet so the sound quality would be better. And initially I was looking for the big roll of carpet. And instead of going to the big box store that everybody knows, somebody put on our website, on our Facebook page, to check out Johnson's Carpet in Herkimer, that the young guy there, Jim, his name is, gives back a lot to the community. So I said, oh, I'm going to stop there. And I went in and he was absolutely amazing. He's like, if I were you, I wouldn't use rolled carpet. I've got squares in the back that I can give you at a great price.
This is carpet for the walls and the ceiling, by the way.
Yeah.
So not your normal carpet
No,
project.
to make it soundproof in the recording studio, you know? And so he was awesome to work with. And he gave us a great deal on the carpet that will be on the walls and the ceiling in our recording studio. And super cool guy. I'm hoping to get him on for a Hey Neighbor segment.
So there you
sometime
go.
Soon.
Johnson's Carpet in Herkimer.
Yep.
That's our first shout out.
After that, I stopped at True Value in Ilion because the way that we were going to get the carpet on the walls and the ceilings is with a staple gun, and we were out of staples, and I wasn't quite sure what kind of staples we needed. So I walked in there and they showed me how to load the staple gun and told me the right staples to use. And I bought new blades for our X-Acto knife so we could cut them to size.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
Then we needed to hang a curtain to split the room in half. And so we needed a 16-foot dowel with
Curtain rod.
brackets. Yeah, curtain rod. And then we needed a hook and a chain to support the middle.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about all these weird requests that like we just mentioned, you know, True Value in Ilion is fantastic. And then Ilion Lumber right down the street, obviously in Ilion, is another place where any whacked out project that you may have or any unique item
Request,
that you're
yeah.
looking for, one of those two places typically has it, and very knowledgeable people. So those are
Super helpful.
our
Yep.
kind of A and B shout outs there. True Value in Ilion and Ilion Lumber.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the flowers?
Oh, so Connor, our son Connor, had winter weekend this past weekend. He always likes to get a wrist corsage and a boutonniere for himself. It definitely compliments them well, and girls like to get flowers. So I decided to go to Flowers by Suzanne in Herkimer. She did an amazing job for Scott's father's funeral for us with flowers, and I had never purchased boutonnieres and corsages from her, and they were beautiful and very reasonably priced, I've got to say. I got a boutonniere and a wrist corsage for $40. Mini roses. They were super, super nice.
Kelly was away when the dance happened. The other thing I will tell you about these flowers, they come with pins.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
They're super sharp.
I know this.
Yes. And
So who pinned
if
the
you
corsage on
want
them?
to test your iron levels,
Yeah.
you can pin yourself in the finger, and then a little thing of blood comes out,
Yep.
and then you can test your iron. I didn't test the iron levels, but I got the blood out.
That's good.
I didn't bleed on his shirt,
The
although
pictures looked great.
he wore black.
Yeah, the pictures looked good, so you got it to stay somehow.
I am really good at delegating. And
Who did
so
it,
when we
Roseanne?
got to Phil Tangora's house, his mom was kind enough
there you go.
to help out with that task.
All right.
Let's talk about a couple of things that happened when Kelly was away. You know, the old cliche, when the mouse is away, the cat will play. The cat did play. She was out with us, but my wife hates tuna fish,
Yep.
and she's not a real big fan of sushi.
Nope.
So on Saturday, when we got the flowers in Herkimer, I told Connor that I would take him to lunch. He chose Crazy Otto's Diner, which we just talked about like a week or two ago. So we won't go too deep there, but neat little spot. And one of the specials was a tuna melt.
Oh God, gross.
Got it.
No,
Yeah.
thank God you got it when I was
I
around.
know that. I'm telling you, that's
Yeah,
why.
You know I
okay?
would have kissed you for the rest of
And
the
then
night.
on Saturday, he was up in New Hartford. And before the dance, because he needed to eat and he didn't think about this, he's like, maybe they'll have food before they're taking pictures. I'm like, yeah. And if they don't, whatever. So he was in New Hartford. I said, you pick, I'll pay. Mitsuba
No, sushi.
sushi.
There-
So shout outs to Crazy Otto's and Herkimer and Mitsuba's. Sushi was really good in New Hartford.
We had one more restaurant too. Before I left town on Friday morning, we went down to the Brass Tack in Frankfurt. We ended up meeting friends that we haven't seen in 3.5 weeks because we did dry January. So
And we can't be around them without
we
drinking.
cannot be around them. We're very weak when
We
it
have
comes
to drink to be
beer.
around
Yeah.
them because they're annoying friends.
They're not annoying friends. They just drink, and I'm not ready to be around people that are drinking, and I'm not. So it was kind of a
Just testing to see if they're listening.
celebration of getting back together with our friends because we're having drinks again.
Yeah.
Brass
so
Tack is always good for a
Brass
couple drinks.
Tack, limited hours, family owned for 3 generations. I
Yep.
think Wednesday, Thursday.
I don't even think they're open on Wednesdays.
Maybe
anymore.
Wednesdays
I
just
think
in the
it's
summer. Yeah,
I
call
think it's
first. Thursday, Friday.
and then even some Saturdays. I don't know if they're there or not.
But good seafood, good homemade dishes, good atmosphere. On
Sunday.
we didn't do. I just want to real quick. So the Comets had games on Friday and Saturday. They do this when teams like Toronto come to town because they're busting quite a ways. Comets dropped the Friday game 4-0. They won 6-5 in overtime. They're 18-17 on the season, which is last place. But the way it works, I mean, they got a winning record. They're still in the playoff hunt. So the team is certainly relevant. And then on Sunday, my son was bored. We had the afternoon open. It was a perfect opportunity to go see our first UCFC game of the season. We say it all the time. Good atmosphere, different atmosphere, unique version of soccer. It's a lot faster. There's a lot more. I think there were 3 goals in like 45 seconds.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty crazy. The final score ended up being 8-5. Really good crowd on a Sunday afternoon.
They're doing really well.
They won 8-5. They're now 11-2 on the season, which you would think is a first place record. But Monterey, I'm guessing, is California. The Monterey Flash, 15-0.
Wow.
With a plus 66 goal differential. So I don't know what's up with that team, but man, they look good.
Wow.
But should be fun come playoff time. So UCFC is away for a little bit. I think a couple of weeks now. They're on the road or off. So check out them, and we'll let you know in our buzz when we have another game coming up for them. Connor went to Sweet Frog. I know that's not a small. It might be locally owned. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It might be a franchise that has a local owner. I'm not sure. Shout out to Jimmy Kiola, who does Nothing Bundt Cakes, which is a national company, but owned by people locally. So maybe Sweet Frog is the same way. But hey, February, no snow, temps above freezing, ice cream making sense. So he went and did it. Also, we mentioned on the Weekend Buzz the home show. So when we pulled up to the soccer game, the home show was at the Nexus Center. And we pulled up to the soccer game. Connor was like, "Oh my gosh, like how many people are at the soccer game?" Place was an absolute zoo over there because the home show was going on, plus the soccer game. We want things to do and things going on. It was kind of fun to be stuck in traffic in Utica over by the Odd. And then the last thing I want to mention real quick, on Friday, right before Kelly left, literally before Kelly left, we did some pictures. We've got the Facebook page. We're working on a website, different promotional stuff for the podcast. And so we needed some pictures done. Josh Grazade, who is from Frankfurt, but now lives in Austin, Texas, but comes home quite a bit because he has a lot of local clients here. On IG, he's josh.graz, Graz. Does really good work with video and photos. We'll be sharing all of that with you soon. But if you're in the market for a videographer, someone who can make a short film, promotional video, take some pictures. He does come back to town quite often, and so you can connect with him. We said we didn't have a lot, but I counted like a dozen.
Well, and then I got home and shared some with you, and you forgot about the stuff that we did at the beginning of the week. So
Long weeks, man.
heads up, if there's anything you want us to mention for Valentine's Day this weekend, please email me or put it on our Facebook page so that we can put it on the Weekend Buzz, because you're definitely going to have to plan ahead for that. That's
Yep.
next Wednesday.
Yeah, we got a couple days before we record the Weekend Buzz.
Yep.
So post to the Facebook page, probably the easiest way to do it, or get a hold of us via email. So that is it. That's the recap. We'll see you out there.
Thank you for tuning in to another Love Living Local episode. Before you head out to support all things Central New York, we just have one ask of you. Please help us share the love we have for our community by sharing this podcast with a neighbor of yours. We truly appreciate you. In fact, you are one of the many reasons we love living local.